working, man.
I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious. I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Two. Hey, there it is. Welcome back to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Good to know it. Good to see y'all. Come on in. Have a sit down. That's what it is. Lamont King's All Fun and Games alongside the homie
John Watson. What's good with you, champ?
What's good with you, champ? What's up with you?
Good. How my mic sound? Okay.
It's real crisp.
Crispy? Okay, good.
Yeah, real crisp. Fridays at this time in this location. Shout out to everybody watching on the West Coast. We see you. Trending topics, hilarious commentary, celebrity guests, special, interesting people, the whole nine. You already know the routine. First timers, welcome in. Thank you. Come on in and sit down and don't touch nothing. Something like a podcast, but not really. And to my day ones, salute you. I think we're coming up on some type of milestone, I think, this year.
the 1 millionth show.
It has to be easily. Yeah, it has to be easily. It's easily
the if there's what 52 weeks in a year, we do for sure at least 50 shows.
Maybe 40.
Yeah, I mean we don't take that many Fridays off. All right, 45. Man, 45.
40. Yeah, I'll give you 40.
I feel like it only happens like once a month, maybe, and then
it happens a lot.
Rare,
Sometimes
those rare two offs.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean? But like, we sometimes go a whole string of a whole month. Just bike to bike.
Yeah, bike to bike. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I was in the chat, just looking at the chat.
Oh, my mic is distorted. They say my mic.
Yes, I just caught that. It was just a little. It was good when you first said something, and then when you said something else, it was a little. It's a little.
Okay,
different.
well, just give
like
me
hot. Do you have the adjuster? Is that the new one? That's the new one.
Well, this is the ad hoc.
Got it.
Setup because clearly we're not in the same studio.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? So this is the backup.
Is that the same one from last week?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it just
sounds different.
Yeah, it's a little. It has the little. It has the.
Okay.
Like
I don't know if I need to. Do I need to back up? If I back
up,
up,
maybe. Yeah.
How's that? Is that better?
That's good. I'll talk right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. I'll just enunciate.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and block this person from the chat. Let's see.
Oh, you don't want to?
It was a spam thinger. It's called racial migraine. Yeah, I don't even know what that was. I don't know what that was. So quick shout out. Robert Howard. He's a day oneer, but he continues to support the show financially with a very consistent. I almost think he has us on auto pay. I really I feel like every super chats are on for everybody's watching at YouTube, but also at the bottom of the screen you see our viewer support button, the Cash App. Let's Go Live Show. But Robert Howard, he has us on auto pay, so he pays his Hulu, his Disney Plus, and All Fun and Games, which is, appreciate you. On a weekly.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
And Lee Ricks. I'm gonna shout out Lee Ricks. Lee Ricks, our West Coast guy. He bought some tickets to the Atlanta show. But he's unable, due to some unforeseen circumstances, he's unable to go. So he's donating 2 tickets.
Right. So are those? So what are we gonna do?
That's what I got to figure. That's why I was bringing this to.
You gotta spin the wheel.
Yeah, you have to.
Do we dust off the wheel?
I don't even know where to find the wheel.
Can we dust off the wheel?
The wheel was that tab is long than closed. Yeah,
got to dust that wheel off, champ.
Yeah.
All right, wait, the studio breaking down. See,
that's
what happens when you fire the interns.
It is. Yeah. Yes. Well, no one. can't get that type of hard work anymore. It's not a value.
Right. Yeah.
So 2 tickets. So he said he wanted to make sure we give them away. So in some way, shape, or form, we're gonna do that today. I don't know how, but once we figure it out, it could be you. It could be you.
Yeah.
Because the show is sold out.
If you're in Atlanta, going to be in Atlanta the weekend of the 25th,
or just next weekend,
or that,
yeah,
next
weekend. Next weekend.
If you're going to be there next weekend, and you find your Sunday looking a little light, come watch Lamont through his comedy stylings.
Well, me, come watch the show. This is, it's about.
I mean, but listen, because I like it. Okay,
it's about the show.
Come and see this job.
From Stone Mountain all the way down to Decatur. Come to Atlanta. Yeah. Go see the
from the mountains of Stone all the way down to Decatur. Where's greater?
Point Atlanta. Da 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 da.
Sha-da-da.
So we're just gonna dedicate this whole show and talk about Atlanta next week. So I went last week to do a
site tour,
walkthrough.
Yes. Okay.
So it's just a funny random. So I get off the I'm being cheap, because I'm operating within a set budget.
Yes.
And so I got a cheap flight, and then I got a cheap rental car.
Okay, you going on that Spirit flight?
No.
Frontier?
No. Spirit is premium compared to the experience I had.
Wait a minute. What's less than Spirit?
Frontier.
I'm about to say Frontier. Yeah. Oh, they cousins. Oh, no, they cousins.
No.
Well, I'd actually never been on a Spirit flight. So I'm gonna let you get back to it. So if you're telling me that Frontier is less than Spirit, then I would fly Spirit. Because I've flown Frontier twice.
And you had a good go?
I wouldn't call it a good go.
Oh, okay.
I got there.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I got there. But I wouldn't say it was lovely, but I got there. You know what I mean? So if Spirit is better than that, then I might reconsider Spirit altogether.
Now I've flown Spirit before. And even when people start making jokes, I've never really had an issue. Frontier, I will never fly Frontier again.
But you had issues. So you had issues.
Oh, I had several issues.
Okay, go.
But if I've given a flight, if someone gifts me and freebies the flight, I'm buying my own ticket on another airline. I'm still
wow.
You're not going to do it. No.
Accept the gift.
It
was that bad?
For me, yes. And it could have been a bad day, but it's worth. So anyway, I get to the place, and I had the last row in the. I feel like I told the story already. Did we talk about this last week?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I'm on the last row, and I get to the counter. It's 8:00 at night. I took a night flight, so I wouldn't have to take off work. You see what I'm saying? I was being cheap.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm with it.
Took a 9 p.m. flight out of your city. I don't know how often you get a chance to do that. That's not a red eye. It's not a red eye.
It's not a red eye unless you're changing time zones.
Right.
So everybody can.
Yeah. So I literally was going to land at midnight or before midnight.
Right.
So I get up to the counter. So on their website, they say they nickel and dime you to death. They fee you to death. So they say, to talk to the agent, there's a talkie fee. So you gotta, they gotta age. They say you got a customer service kiosk, but if you want to talk to the agent, it's $25.
What?
Yeah.
To go to Atlanta?
To talk to the agent. Okay, where you going?
But wait. Okay, another push pause. Why did you need to talk to the agent?
Well, just in case you may need to, I wasn't carrying luggage, but you may need to approach the counter.
Okay.
And Frontier, if you approach the counter, they ask for your debit card.
Wow. See, I didn't have this experience. I went all, and I had the balls to go to Mexico.
On Frontier?
Yes.
Oh, those are big balls. Those are cojones.
This year.
Those are cojones. Yeah.
This year.
So there were signs everywhere. Talk to an agent. $25.
Wow.
So I walked
those signs
past.
weren't in Mexico, and I had to talk to an agent because I had to because you got to do the thing. You got to do the all the immigration stuff or whatever.
Well, on the site. On the site, they said, upsize your package. And I was like, oh, all right.
You upsize your package?
Yeah, upsize your package. Take the bundle. They was like, you could sit here for this price, or you can exit row or aisle.
Did
Everything had a different price.
Did you elect to hold your bag, or did you?
Yeah, I held the bag.
You held your bag? Okay.
Yeah, I held my bag.
You didn't have them check your bag? They didn't check your bag for you?
So they was like,
check your bags?
No one checked my bag. I was like, no, listen. It was like, can we check your bag? I said, no, I got it.
No, for $25, you can check my bag. Yeah.
You can check my bag.
For $25, that's not bad.
So I get it on the website. It's like $70 for personal item.
Wait. Another push pause.
Yeah.
Wait, another push pause. No, I'm aware of all this, but another push pause. How much was your entry fee? I'm gonna call it that. I'm not gonna say ticket. How much was your entry fee?
Oh, well, this is the beauty of it. This is why I went with them.
Okay.
It was like $19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta start there because $19. That's your admittance.
Yeah.
Right. You haven't got your seat yet.
That's your cover charge. Yeah.
Right. That's 19 at the door. Right.
Yeah.
So you haven't got your seat yet.
So it was 19 one way, and I was like, oh, ClickUps.
Yeah.
And they was like, but you can't. They had like 7 X's. They was like, but you can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do this.
You can't breathe. You gotta be on oxygen on that.
I said, I'm willing to gamble because it's just Atlanta. Mm-hmm. I'm willing to gamble with not having anything. I'll stand up on the flight to Atlanta.
Yeah,
so
just hold on.
Yeah. So I was willing. Yeah. So I clicked it. But then all this bundle, upsize the package, bundle. So I was like, now I'm gonna duck all that because I know how to finesse the system when I go to the gate anyway. So I thought. So I went up to the counter and I seen him.
Oh, you did the day of?
Oh yeah, it was like 9 o'clock.
You know, on Frontier, like yesterday's prices.
Yeah.
Yesterday's prices.
I was already locked in. I was already locked in. So I went to the counter.
For what? Just the admittance? You wasn't locked in for a seat?
No, I was locked in for everything.
Okay, so
I ain't need nothing.
No, come on, you got slow walk it. So you paid $19 for the admission. How much was the seat now? How much?
No, I ain't have to pay for that because that type of ticket, you don't get to pick nothing.
Oh,
you don't get to pick nothing.
Got it.
And it's like a little man comes up on the screen. He said, "You don't get to pick nothing."
Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, run your card, B, and take what you get.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I like it.
So I get into the airport. So I'm breezing through. It's 9 o'clock at night. It was just ghost town. You know, a couple of people flying to Tulum,
Germany or something.
Yeah, some way.
Yeah. When they gonna wake up, it's gonna be morning wherever they get there.
Everybody in there with the thing around their neck and pajamas and all that. So it's not packed at all. So the Frontier counters, nothing's happening. So I see 3 chicks over there talking. So I walk over. I said, "Hey, I know the website has said that if I talk to you, I gotta pay. I need to talk. I got one question. I don't need to talk." Right. So she laughed. I was like, okay, I got her.
I like how you talk. I like how you talking to them like as if you was at the KFC.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, I'm gonna pay cash.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just pay cash. You ring me up for a single meal.
Right.
You give me a family meal. You know, whatever you do this 20,
that's
on
pocket,
you.
right. Yeah.
Whatever you do with this 20 is on you.
I said, I don't want to talk. I just got a question. So she laughed. She was like, what's the difference? So I went over. I said, hey, is this full flight? She was like, no. I said, I didn't pay for my ticket, but are there any loose seats that I could move into after the door closed? Right? It's a fair question because it's not a full flight. I know the rules.
Hey, let me hold one of them loose seats real quick.
Yeah. Because I'm in the last row in the middle seat in front of the bathroom. Not doing that. Not doing 36B. Not doing that.
Also known as the hardest piece of plastic you'll ever sit on for an hour and 45 minutes.
The worst. So she say, and I'm sitting there talking, and I said, yeah, because I ain't never, flew Frontier before. And she looked up. She didn't even look up. She was like, yeah, right.
I like it.
She was like, and then, and just gave it to me. So I was like, thank you. I ain't even read. 13A. So I'm like,
okay.
Yeah. I'm in there. So I go down.
Those seats might have cushions.
No, there are no cushions on Frontier flights.
The plastic is a little softer. I think the plastic is a little softer, and you might be able to recline in the 13th row. You might be.
I didn't because it was an exit row. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
But I was fine with that because I was up. I wasn't going to sleep. It was an hour and 8 minutes.
Yeah.
So
baby armrest be about this big.
There was no armrest. There was no armrest.
Oh, you was in that seat. Okay, got it.
Yeah, where it's like a helicopter seat, like a
you in the jump seat,
flight simulator. Yeah,
in the jump seat. Basically in the jump seat.
Yeah,
right.
So It was cool, nice and easy flight, down. And I was like, oh, okay, Frontier. Oh, okay. I thought I was doing something. So I get to Atlanta, the world's biggest for no reason airport. You take a plane to take a train to your bag.
Yes.
And then another train to the rental car place. And the rental car place is a whole nother airport.
When something called a true hub.
Yeah.
The word hub is for Atlanta because
they're under construction, which made things 12 times worse.
Geez.
The entire airport is under construction.
Oh, geez. I've experienced that. Yeah.
So I was a cheap rental car. I went on Hopper, one of the little apps, Hopper, for the rental car. And I picked the mystery deal of the day. Again.
Yo, son. You need this entire thing should have been recorded. How to get to Atlanta and get in through Atlanta for $50.
$80. Yeah. So I get the mystery deal today. Unlock the mystery deal today. You got 7 minutes.
It's like, okay, flight to Atlanta, $19. Ping!
Yeah.
Rent a car. How much you pay for the rent a car?
So I was supposed to pay like $38.
Okay, $38. Ping!
And then some fees and then some taxes and all that. But the place I picked, it was the mystery. So once they revealed the mystery, once you paid, of course, it was a place I'd never heard of. It's a place that doesn't exist inside of the rental car facility. It's a place that you got to take a shuttle to get off campus.
Oh, yeah.
Off campus. And this is 11:48 at night when I'm landing. And the place closes at 12.
Oh, I like it. Now, Lamont was. This is all in the reality show. Lamont was in a race against time.
Yeah.
Flight landed at 11:45.
One man in Atlanta, and no, nothing. So if you're one of the people that fly all the time and you know how to do it and you know how to do it, can't do it in Atlanta.
Yeah,
it's impossible. You just cannot. You have to literally. They say be the 2 hours before. No, in Atlanta they literally tell you 3 hours before.
Yeah, that's real.
And it is real.
That's very real.
There's no. Oh, it's just over there.
There's no right quick. No right quick.
No.
The only thing you maybe will get over right quick in Atlanta is if you have TSA, but the TSA line isn't stupid because now TSA is kind of everybody. I won't say everybody, but a lot of frequent travelers get TSA now.
We're getting that this week. Yeah, we're getting.
Yeah, but like I'm telling you, TSA will save your ass in the right situation.
Yeah.
But in the airport like Atlanta, where it's probably going to be a lot of travelers anyway.
Yeah,
you might not win. You might not win with TSA.
I've run out of options. I'm on the phone. Now I'm tired. It's 12:30, 1 o'clock. So I did not have a room. I had the Airbnb, and of course, on the Airbnb, I picked the cheapest.
How much was the Airbnb?
I picked the cheapest one that came up on the map. It was like bing, 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 and I was like, oh, $37. Yeah, you'll be sharing you have a room to yourself in a shared house, and I was like, that's fine. I trust people. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
We're up to about $99 outside of taxes.
Yeah.
About $95 so far.
Fly down there, get put up, and almost have a car. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I like it.
So I get in the Uber, and to go over to the house. Yeah, so New York. Where you from, Chief? I'm like,
at the house?
No, this is in the car.
Okay.
So I got the Uber, the New Yorker. Life story in 4.5 minutes. I was
yeah, son, you know what I'm saying? I came down to the A like about 10, 15 years ago, you know what I mean? Because the houses, you know what I'm saying, was down like that, so we came out. I'm out in Lawrenceville, you know what I'm saying? Because that's all, New Yorkers go at.
You've had the guy? You've had this guy.
So what brought you into town, Chant? You know what I mean?
Yes.
I just been doing the Uber joint, this, the 9 to 5, I clock in tomorrow, so you actually my last pickup, son. You know
this is the guy.
Oh yeah,
that's the same guy.
Yes.
So here's where it went a little loony though. He say, "Well, Where you from? I told him where I was from. He said, hey man, you should think about buying property down here and just renting it out as an Airbnb. And I was like, are you advising me on real estate at 1:30? What are we?
Did you get this first? Yo, I've been to DC. So, yo, DC is wow. Son.
Nah, he skipped right past that. Nah, he went straight. Okay. Yeah, he was like, I just came back down. I was gone for like 15 years up top, and I had property down here, so I came down, got them out of the house. And now I live in the house that I had bought years ago. I was like, that sounds like drug money.
But for real, was he in Lawrenceville?
No, he wasn't in Lawrenceville.
Okay, I was gonna say a lot of New Yorkers, like, yeah, I know a lot of people. I go to Lawrenceville. I know people.
He was shook daddy at where I was going. He didn't believe I was going where I was going. Because guess where my Airbnb was?
Wait, where'd you go? Where was your Airbnb?
East Point.
No.
So he said, yo.
I could have told you that.
Yeah, he said, hey, next time I'm in the car going to my destination, he says, next time you're down here, don't book nothing in East Point. And I'm like, damn, what kind of so we going through
East Point, don't book no College Park,
so we going through the neighborhood, because little windy roads or whatever, all dark, no street lights. He's doubting the fact that I'm who I say I am and that I'm going where I say I'm going. So he keeps
now
talking.
He feels like he's about to get jacked.
Yeah. So he keeps talking because he was nervous, which made me nervous. So we finally get to the house, and he like, oh, okay, yeah, somebody do live here. There's a house with cars and stuff, and the screen door was hanging open. The house was super tattered on the outside, and then on the inside, an immaculate palace. I'm like, what are you doing out here?
That's the game.
I was
you don't want to get robbed. You gotta let the outside look like trash. And whatever all that work they got done, that was done between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m.
Apparently. Apparently. So before I got out the car, he said, hey man, if anybody come to the door, man, yelling and screaming like they need help, don't open the door. I said, what? He said, yeah, man, that's a move they do. They be robbing people in these Airbnbs. Now it's 2 a.m. As I'm exiting his vehicle. Now I'm like, is he the setup? I was like, because the whole time we driving.
Are you now second guessing a random Uber driver that you got? Like, yo, did they know I got here? And this
now I'm in my head because he got the joint on the windshield, but his other phone is ringing the whole 20-minute ride, and he never answered it.
And he like
2 a.m.
He like 3 minutes out.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Man, so what you in town for?
He talked. Yeah, he kept talking, and the joint was like lee for 20 minutes. So when he say, "Hey man, matter of fact, put a chair up under the door," and I said, "Man, I ain't putting no chair up under the door, man. This ain't that. This ain't the '80s." So when I get in the house, it's a 1 level, 4 bedrooms. I go past 2 of the bedrooms. They got lights on underneath. I can see somebody in the room, and then the other one, no light, and then mine. So I go in the room, turn around, shut the door. I look around, there's a chair over there. I put that chair right up under
Another press pause. So to gain, because to gain access to your room, was it open? Was there like a key left for you? Was it?
Great question. There was a key left in the door.
For room number 5.
A hard key in the door.
Okay. Got it.
I hit that joint, turn around, lock the door, and then I went and put the chair up under the doorknob, and it sat on the bed, and I was like, yeah, because ain't nobody. I was like, I guess I ain't go to sleep. I looked out the window, I checked all the windows, see the vantage point. I'm on this side is right over the driveway, and then on the other side is the second floor.
Here I am without my pistol.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. I said that out loud. I was like, this man said, if somebody come to the door, because it's a trick, he said, as soon as you open the door, they on you. I'm like,
man.
Oh. He said, yeah, they doing that at Airbnbs down here. I'm like, is he telegraphing the play?
Yeah.
So that's safe to say, the first night, not a lot of sleep.
Oh, man, that's hilarious.
That's night 1.
That's when you sleep. That's when you sleep upright and by the window.
Yes. Yes.
like Malcolm X without the long gun.
Oh, you know how when the car come around the corner and the headlights, wash the whole room or whatever. Every time every time I see that, I'm at the window. I cut the lights out in the room, and I'm out there like this. I was like, oh, all right, they live here. They live around here. Man, it was tense.
Oh man!
And then so I only stayed there a day.
That's the new definition to hostile.
Yes, yeah, that's what it felt like. And then I hear commotion, like somebody else was coming in, and I hear them go into the room. It's a guy and a girl, and it's loud talking, and I'm like, it's 2:30. What? What's going on? Yeah, what are y'all? Are you coming or going?
You about to hit a bus down?
I was like, nah. I don't know what it was. Was it a drop off or a pickup? I was like, it's 2:30. Like, are y'all coming? Y'all going? I just and the room and the bathroom was really, really nice. It was like somebody gutted it and did one of those HGTV, rehabs. And just immaculate. Like it did not fit.
Right.
And so that first was, and they had a little Nutri-Grain bar, a little granola joint sitting on the counter. Man,
amenities.
Man, I was scarfing that joint. I was chewing strong as shit. I was chewing in the dark like this.
So essentially, you want a stakeout?
Yeah, basically, yeah. And then so I'm going back and forth on the Airbnb on the app with the host. But he like, hey, did you make it in? But he said that after I got in. And I'm like, nigga, you know
that camera. Your camera alert him as soon as
I made it in. Like what? So he going back and forth. Is there anything? I said, yo, it's some bottled water in here. He was like, this is just on the app. Some bottled water in here. Thursday, everything was closed when I landed. He said, yeah, maybe it's one in the fridge. I go out to the fridge and it's one in the fridge. I'm like, wait a minute. Then I look at his page and his name is Hakeem. And then he's in the profile, it's a black guy playing a violin. I was like, this is not him.
That's not Hakeem.
This is not him. And then he had 7 other properties. So then I went and looked up all the other properties and I was like, oh, this is a conglomerate. This is an outfit.
He runs the block.
He got apartments. He's got spots in St. Thomas. And I was like, you don't own all of these. This is it. Because in Atlanta, that's the Airbnb hustle. They do a lot of subletting.
Okay.
They'll go to apartments, people that rent apartments, and they'll say, let me sublet your apartment for the Airbnb. So it'll be 2 layers of people hosting for owners.
Okay.
Like Atlanta is part of the reason why Airbnb had to change up, because people was down there manipulating the game and having places where you're in a lease and there's no subletting, and there was subletting units to do Airbnbs. So when I saw that, I was like, he don't
find out the kink, the little workarounds to the game.
Well, yeah. Well, it was too late at that point. But I was like, you don't own this house. This is not your house. Or it is your house, but whoever I'm talking to is not who this picture is in this account.
Yeah, you have no violence, sir.
No. So everything else went pretty smooth. The next day, I went and got a rental-a-car from another company, and I stayed the entire day out.
Okay.
I went and did the walkthrough at City Winery and touched bases with some other points of contact for a meetup for everybody that's going to be there. Went past the golf course. You know what I'm saying? So it turned out. It turned out. It was productive.
Okay.
Did what I needed to do, but it was Atlanta wild, man. Atlanta's wild.
But so back to Frontier now.
Okay.
Because I still haven't heard how they got you. You know what I mean? Like,
oh well, my flight was 6 a.m. the following morning. So I go back to the room, maybe 2, and say I'm gonna crash for an hour. Get to the airport at 3 because right next to the airport. Go to the airport at 3 because they was like, I said I'm going at 4. Everybody I talked to said 1, you shouldn't have stayed in East Point, and 2, go to the airport 3 hours early. So I got there at 3, turned the car back in, caught the train to the terminal, and there are 1 million people in the the security line. I'm like, it's 3:15. Where are y'all going?
They going the same place you going.
This is a Tuesday. Where y'all go? Why? It's 3:15 on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So made through. They said something. They got the little things. Some wait times. Your average wait time is 75 minutes. I'm like, 75 minutes? That's an hour and 15. So we get through.
You don't got TSA yet, none of that yet.
Nah. I will this week.
That's when you walk up to the clear people and go, yes, I'd like to try that.
Well, I didn't want to do clear. I'm gonna do TSA pre-check. There's some things about clear I don't like. So
no, but like I think they'll let you give you a little trial. They'll be like, oh, you want to try it?
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the pitch. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And it's instances like that. You go, yeah, you know what? I think I'd like to try it today. Let me see what y'all talking about.
So we get through and we get on the joint. So we get on the plane. We get on the plane. It's like, this is good for me because I'm coming home and going to work. And then I've been up all day.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and I don't like flying. I said, so I'm gonna be sleep. Oh, I'm gonna be sleep. We get on boarded.
There's no such. First of all, there's no such thing as good sleep on a Frontier flight.
No, well, I found that out. Yeah. So I get to the counter, try to run my play again because I had a seat that was 4 rows behind, in front of the end of the plane. I get to the counter. She was like, I'm thinking, with the same approach. She was like, any assistance is going to cost you $25. I was like, oh, she's not with the shits at all. She just upfront with it.
You know why? Because see, in Maryland, you hit him with the DMV.
It was a home game. She could hear the voice.
Game. Yeah. Use the way she heard your accent and affect. She was like, if you just said, I'd like to see what type of seat you can give me expeditiously.
Right.
Hit him with that,
Yeah.
I was saying that TI that hit him with that, Atlanta, whatever. She might have had you the same way, but you came with that up north.
Yeah.
And at this point you're up north, that slick talk, that up north talk, and we ain't going for that. Nah.
So I get to the thing, she's like, no. And she said, why? You had a problem with your seat? And I was like, no, I just wanted to know if it was a full flight and if I could move around once the door closed. She, yeah, you had to pay for it though. Would you like to change your seat? And I was like, nah, this is not gonna work. So I said, no, thank you. And I just went to the joint.
I like how if you get on the plane and get in your seat and then you notice that there are some other seats available, and then you try to sit in said seat, that somebody's gonna pull out a charge machine and go, that'll be $25.
Yeah, right.
On site, on the spot.
Right. So the door closed. I'm back there. It's in the back. I got a window, so at least there's a window, and there's nobody next to me. So I said, all right. So I pull out the gummies.
Okay.
Yeah, pull out the gummies because I don't fly without the gummies.
Okay, I didn't even know you was a gummy guy.
Yeah, it's melatonin though.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. It's melatonin though, 10 milli.
Yes, Your Honor.
10 milli.
Yes, Your Honor. Melatonin.
No, it's melatonin.
Sure. Okay. Sure.
And two in a serving. 10 milli is a serving. So I'm going for the 30 milli. Going for the 30 milli. So I pop 6. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm now it's in your system because I hadn't eaten. So I'm moving around all day. So it went straight. You
mainlined it. You basically mainlined it.
Yeah, I put my head on the window and I was like, sleep. Sleep. Because I'm trying to hear people talking, the baby crying. It's morning for people's, but it's nighttime for me.
But it's also an hour and 25 minutes.
Hey man,
how much?
I don't like flying. I don't like flying.
30 milligrams. That's going across country.
Yeah, so I hit that joint. So I hear conversation.
You like BA brackets on the 18. They gotta put you out.
So I hear a little conversation. Then I look up over the seats, and it's a large, tall, light-skinned black lady like this in the flight attendant's face.
Oh, jeez.
So I close my eyes. About 5 minutes later, and I'm like, so then 5 minutes later, I look. I was like, now it's hazy. Now I feel like I'm drunk. So now I look. I said, oh, this is not gonna be good. I said, we're not leaving on time. Sure enough, I see her about 20 minutes later. I wake up again. I see them pulling her stuff down. She getting her bags. She taking pictures of everybody. The police is on the joint. So they
oh yeah. Geez.
You cannot fly. Cannot fly. Ma'am, come this way. I don't know what she was arguing about. I don't know what it was about, but her and the two people she was with had to go. And they look furious. They escorted off that joint.
End up on social media. Did this not end up on like a social
He was like,
media?
It may have. She was like, I want to take y'all picture because I don't think y'all understand what. So I want to show. I want to show how something it was going in and out though because I'm off the woos, so I couldn't hear what was her grievance. You know what I'm saying?
One could say you were high. I mean,
yeah. So she got up out of there. Then they do the it's time to boogie when they close the little scoosh. They go down and scoosh.
Yeah.
Scoosh.
Flight attendants prepare all doors and cross check.
Cross check. Yeah, with that cross check, baby, it's time to boogie. Yeah. So now I'm like, all right, I don't want to feel the takeoff, so I'm gonna force myself back to sleep. So we let it go. So I'm on the thing. I get the window. So we moving, and then like a baby, that whole taxiing. Yeah, that kind of soothes you.
Did it swallow you? It swallowed.
And then you going, and then you speed up, and then you slow down, and you speed up, and then you get in line. So we get in line. They say, we're going back to the gate. It's a mechanical issue. So we go back to the gate, and we're waiting on a part. So I'm forcing myself to stay asleep because I know I've been through this. I hear them behind me, and they keep telling what time it is. So this is like an hour later. So we just had
to be late for work.
No, I work way later, but I wanted to be. I could have been home by then.
Yeah. Okay.
So they like we got the mechanics fixed the part, and they said we're all ready to go. So we're gonna push back out and get on the way up to DC and blah blah blah. So they pull out, going down the tarmac. So I go back to sleep.
It rocked you back to sleep again.
Sleep, and the lights went out. It's sleep. So then I feel time passing. And I hear the dude behind me. He said, "Hey man, we've been in this position for 30 minutes." And I was like, "Geez, 6 a.m. supposed to be flight. It's now like 7:30. It's like 7:30." So he come on. He's all right. We gotta go back to the gate. We're in line, and this is him talking. We're in line, and two pilots behind us say that they see liquid shooting out of the engine on the left side. Liquid, not liquid coming out the plane, shooting out of the engine. Now, what is that? What could that be?
It's something that you need. Whatever it is, you need it.
Whatever it is, you need it. It's coming out of the engine.
Yeah, you definitely need it.
We go back to the gate and da da da. And I hear them say, I was like in my head because I've been through this. We're getting off this plane. Next thing you know, skung. We're gonna have to deplane. Everybody like, oh, all you hear is click, 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 pop, click, pop. Everybody unsheath and unbuckle or whatever. And all I had was a backpack. So I was like, this is gonna be bad for y'all to check bags. I know
this portion of the show is brought to you by Frontier Airlines.
Airlines. So we go out in the terminal, right? One gate agent. Change the terminal to passenger flight 1571 is Frontier. What we need for you to do is everybody form one line to the left if you are interested in rebooking. So everybody gets to the line because everybody's like, I don't trust this because they said it's going to take about 3 hours to repair. So everybody's like, no, you book me. No. So when is the next flight? Unfortunately, there's only one flight to VWI out every day. So 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Man, when I tell you it was about to be a riot. This is like 8:45. This is like 9 a.m.
They got one flight that goes to, where you going, BWI or DCA?
BWI.
They got one flight that goes to BWI every day. One. That's hilarious.
I got on the plane at 5:30. Departure time was 6:04. This is 9 o'clock. We're deplaning at 9 o'clock.
That's crazy.
So now there's a smart few among us who are like, hey, those of us who watch the TikToks, the airline hacks. We kind of moved to the front because I was like, oh, this is my time to do what I learned off the So me and this Asian dude was shoulder to shoulder. He like, ma'am, we're entitled to food vouchers because the delay has been more than 3 hours.
Food and lodging.
Right. So, well,
Okay. Okay.
We were just on food because of the 3-hour delay. And when we were in the airport before, everything was closed. Now that it's 9 a.m., you can smell the food.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Everybody's hungry. So
that good Atlanta Chick-fil-A is something.
Oh,
different.
They got that's Charlotte, the Bojangles. They got a good. We were near the Popeyes. It was near the Popeyes.
But I'm just saying that for some reason Chick-fil-A is better than Atlanta. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So food vouchers, y'all working on the food vouchers.
And so she like, unfortunately, the delay just started. So, and we was like, what? I said, oh, here we go. So I said, let me jump in on this one because this is gonna be good. She's telling him that the delay starts when the flight gets officially canceled. I said, no, ma'am. I said, no, ma'am. I said, a delay means we were scheduled to leave at 6:04.
Right.
Our departure has been delayed. Yeah. It is now 9:15.
Right.
We're entitled to food vouchers. She's like, well, they just told us that we couldn't do the blah, 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 blah. So everybody's asking for a number of information. Guess what Frontier doesn't have in Atlanta Airport?
A phone.
No, they don't have customer service.
They don't have a customer service
on site at all
hub.
For your bags or you.
Oh, good luck.
So she's on the phone with, allegedly, she was on the phone with headquarters. Guess where headquarters is in? Colorado.
I was going to say somewhere where it's not on the right time zone.
So everything that she's going back and forth with has a slight delay to it. And they talk. So people like, if I'm gonna stay tomorrow, y'all entitled to lodging because I just checked cancellation. So I go to the TikToks and I look up the little Asian girl that does the little. I read the fine print so that you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? And I look at the one for airlines and I'm like, oh, bet, boom, boom, bing. So I go to my emails. I'm like, bah. I went to the website. And I'm standing there. I said, go to the contract, cancellations, all this fine print. I'm going. I'm like, pinch, smaller, click this, cancellations. Okay. Frontier is not
literally getting your JD. Your JD while you're in line.
Correct. Yeah. Legalese, litigation, all that. And long story short, Frontier is not liable for nothing, is what they said in writing. We don't care. Natural disaster, act of God, nothing. We release ourselves from liability. We don't have to feed you or put you up. Check with the airport.
That's that force majeure and indemnification.
Yes.
All in one.
It said check with the airport.
Wow.
So I email and I call while these people's arguing.
That's the legalese of you ain't going to.
Yeah. So I'm emailing and they're actually responding to me in real time while these arguments is taking place. So it took 2 back and forths in my email for them to refund my money on the spot without talking to nobody.
Got that $19 back.
Yes, I did. Yes. And then I said,
but you're still in Atlanta.
So I had to make the
executive $19 to go buy breakfast.
Yeah. I had to make the decision that because I was gonna stay. And then I was like, no, I'm not. So I had to go I had to buy a one-way into DC and so I came home.
So who'd you end up going with to get back to DC?
Oh, American. A great flight. It was a great flight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, funny enough, I usually have those stories about American, which is why I refuse to fly them anymore.
Oh, wow. Yeah. The seat was better. It was comfortable.
Oh, yeah, they have seats. They have actual cushions in the seats.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not, the quality of the plane is not my issue with American. It's
customer
service. It's everything else.
Everything else? Wow.
Everything else. They will cancel the flight. They will. I think I probably told the story before, but like literally, the plane was boarding. The first wave got on the plane, and then they had to get off the plane because there was a smell, which led to the flight being canceled, which led to me missing my connection to where I was, my final destination. And so I had to rebook a whole different airline on the spot in the airport. And all the while, American is sending me texts telling me that my flight is delayed until another hour. I was getting texts from American about my flight status through the next day to when I got home from where I was going. I was actually back at my house, to which I got a text that said my flight is preparing to board from American.
Jeez.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, no.
Rashida said you gotta check FAA, not the airline. I wonder what.
Well, see, no, FAA.
Yeah.
So I've had that problem. And it was recent. I was coming back from Ohio, Columbus, and the entire FAA just went kablooey, right, for like a morning.
Oh yeah, that was during the holidays. Yeah.
Yeah, well, this was after the holidays. Same kind of instance, but this was in January. But like the entire FAA was just like, yeah, whatever. The system went down. And all flights everywhere, you just couldn't move. So my flight, which was, let's say if it was at 10:30 a.m., didn't end up leaving till about 2 p.m. because once whatever got rebooted and so forth, then they had to play catch up as far as starting to get
everybody everywhere. Yeah. So I went to the airport, the info desk, and I was like, the airline had said that it's responsibilities on the airport to make sure we get eaten. And he was like, nah, we don't do that. He's like, we don't do that. Next. Yeah, it's like, we don't.
You got that little ping on your phone that says your $19 has just been refunded. Like, you know what? I guess I'm going to get breakfast.
Yeah. Which I did, actually.
All right, then.
I went back there. I kept going back down the hallway because she was dealing with people one at a time because she was by herself. So we sat there at easily 3 hours, even on top of after getting off the plane, because we were all trying to collectively figure out what to do. So every time I thought of something, I would go back over there and I would be like, what about the thing that it says where you're responsible for making sure I get to my destination? That's what the language said. She was like, we are, unless we cancel the flight. And I was like, she was like, we don't put people on other airlines.
In other words, hey man, you're not the first person I've had to have this conversation with this month.
And then somebody pulled up Spirit's cancellation policy, and then everybody was like, "Oh yeah, ain't y'all Spirit? Didn't y'all merge?" And then another girl next to me, she pulled up the article where Spirit and Frontier were merging, and then Spirit backed out of the deal. Do you remember?
Oh, geez.
Because they said they didn't want that Frontier action on their resume.
Oh, geez.
I was like, oh, that's
wow, that's interesting. I haven't experienced Spirit. And if you're telling me Spirit is better than Frontier, because Frontier, man, that was rough.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Yeah.
That's a hard way to go. It was like a real last minute, kind of decision to also move down to Mexico real quick. I was like, Frontier had that action. And then like I was on my computer doing my, doing my Googles and my searches, and they were clearly the cheapest option, even after I had like, paid for the ability to have carry on and such and so forth. And then like I had some bot installed on my computer that will give me like whatever their it's like discount codes. It'll automatically do it for me. And then I had to somehow save another $140. I was like, well, I can't not do this.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
It was on time. It wasn't comfortable, but it was on time.
And so I had the backpack, and they were like, they're trying to get you to do pay like, everything up front. Nah, I had it in front of me.
You can't put it up. Once you put it up, they're gonna charge you.
No, I didn't put it up. I put it in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Because it's my laptop, and I don't want that out of sight anyway.
Yeah, okay.
So I put that
not even on a flight.
No way. Because people get to standing up and they get to move in theirs, and they'll move yours to move. And that joint gets under my skin. Them peoples do that. Them white folks do that all the time. They get to, or they don't have no room.
Whose bag is this?
And they get
I'm just gonna move it over here. Is that okay?
I'll be like, no, excuse me, hold on. I get it, and I stand up. I'll be like, no, I don't touch nothing. They be in there mashing.
Hey man, I got a baby in there.
Yeah. They be that joke used to get under my skin. So now I have it on the floor or whatever. So, but when you buying a ticket, they always want you to buy everything up front, and so they try to get you. But I've been finessing for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? It's a move where I take that checked bag. I mean that roller bag, don't check it.
Yeah.
Then get to the gate, be like, oh, I didn't know that it wouldn't fit. What do y'all? And they'd be like, does anyone would like to check their bags for free and step to the side? And I'll be like, oh, I'll do that. I've been doing 20 years. 20 years.
See, I used to pull. What's funny is I have a bag that's is of that size where it's just a little too big to be what's considered now a carry-on bag. And that used to be my move, but somehow they got hip to me. They like, hey, sir, like even at security, they go, hey man, you got to go ahead.
So that's what I'm saying. So Frontier is like, it's like no, because they have personal, carry-on, and checked.
Yeah.
So you used to finesse your checked as a carry-on. If you smooth, you finesse your carry-on as a personal. That's for the seasoned traveler, the seasoned finesser. That's the move. Frontier says, no, we in line. Black dude with an accent. He say, if your book bag or backpack cannot fit into this sizing thing, is like this container.
Yeah.
He said, we'll have to charge you at the gate, and the charge is $99. He said, so if we call you out of line, you have to come over here inside. And he starts calling people. Man, I took my backpack off and put it on one shoulder. He's calling people, and they walking over slow and sad. And the one dude, he tried to put his backpack, but it was all fatty, into the personal item joint. He said, that would be $99. Step this way, and we'll take it to the debit card. Son. He's hitting like 7 people. I was like, oh, nah. What type of scrutinizing is y'all doing over here? I was like, let me slap, because I had already checked mine. All I had was the laptop and some drawers. I was like, oh, nah, you're not going to get me. I'm like, they petty? Y'all not doing that well? Y'all not doing well? You got charged $100 at the gate for a person?
They look at that passenger to pay for balance. Upgrade ratio. That ratio. It's like 80 people on this flight, and only like 7 people paid to get their bags on. Now we got up those numbers. All these $19 flights. We're not gonna get gas money off this.
We
need that gas money. That's what was. That's why they hit that button and let the gas out. He's like, nah, we get no gas. It's not enough for y'all paying for these bag upgrades. We got to stay here.
Yeah, man. So that was that. And then I made it back at 5 in the afternoon, man.
Oh no, sir.
Yeah.
So you didn't make it to work after all. After all of that.
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, once it got canceled in the morning, I called. I was like, I'm not playing this game with y'all, because who knows? They said 6 a.m. the next day.
Yeah.
I had every intention of landing, going to work, and then going home and go to sleep.
So moving forward, how are you flying next week? What?
Oh, Southwest. I'm going back to the old homie.
Okay. Good.
Southwest. I'm going back to what I know.
Yes, because if that flight cancels, it's gonna be another flight.
Yes. Bags are free. The seats are super comfortable for an hour. Leather. They got the blue and orange leather all over.
Moreover, there's several flights going to Atlanta. In a day. So if you miss the first one for whatever reason, you might catch the next 3rd or 4th one.
Now, how about this for transparency? This is for everybody watching. Frontier, I had such a bad experience on Frontier. I had previously booked a flight for one of the people that's going to be on the show on Frontier.
Oh yeah, no, you don't do that.
I called him. I said, send me that email with the confirmation. I said, because I'm canceling that flight and putting you on another airline.
Yeah.
And they was like, no, what? No, I don't have a problem. I said, nah. I said, well, what I went through, I don't want to put somebody through that and have that reflect on me. I was like,
the last show in DC, they neglected to bring somebody's food order on time.
Yeah.
And that was bad.
Yeah. Yes. That was major.
Major.
And that was just dietary restrictions.
That was just
Yeah.
What you don't want is somebody talking about their flight was crazy.
No,
that's
I don't.
You don't want.
I said, yo, I respect you too much. I don't want you to go through that. What you gonna do with the flight? Don't worry about that. But your new flight information on another airline is coming later today. And I was like, nah.
Yeah.
I'll take that up with Frontier later. I'll eat that.
Yeah. So all right. fast forward now. We on next weekend. So you're getting in on Saturday, right?
I'll be there Friday.
Oh, you getting? Oh, okay. So you're doing the whole weekend.
Oh yeah, so it's a birthday weekend for is she in there? Let's see. She was in here early. It's a birthday weekend because I don't know what name she be having in it. Not checking for you. It's celebrating a birthday.
Okay,
so
yeah, okay.
Friday we're gonna usher it in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday.
All right. I like it. And then so what is on the itinerary?
Glad you asked. So Saturday we're doing a March Madness Elite 8 watch party for all the Karen Rebels, those who have tickets and those who don't, at a nice establishment in Grant Park that's Black owned. So sports bar.
Okay.
Pictures look nice. I've had a couple of referrals. They said it's cool. I called the people. We got a little area separated off to watch the games from 5 to 8. Now,
is that public knowledge? Or are you waiting to hold on?
It's public knowledge, but they need to go to the Twitter or the Instagram because I need a head count. So I want you to tap in on when I make the post and say, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So at Twitter and Instagram, it's FFL the tour.
Yeah. All I need when I'm coming, I don't really post it, but
You coming Saturday or Sunday?
No, never mind. You missed it. It was over yet.
Oh, you said when you come in, you don't post. Oh, yeah.
Hey, comedy show. Hey, yeah. Comedy show.
So yeah, Saturday 5 to 8.
Sunday. I'm arriving on Sunday. I'm just here for the work, boss.
Saturday 5 to 8. Saturday 5 to 8. Saturday 5 to 8. It's a meetup, Elite 8 watch party, March Madness. Now, for the golfers, 9 a.m. Saturday. 9 a.m. Saturday. I got about 4 people. I want 2 foursomes, so 2 foursomes. So 8. Got the golf course.
That could be a mix.
Yeah, mixed foursomes. Yeah. So Saturday morning at 9. It's a whole weekend. Saturday morning at 9, we're going to shoot 9 holes, half a round, at a very there's a golf course. There's many golf courses in Georgia. But
I'm pretty tired after I shoot 9 holes. But
hey,
watch it now.
Many golf courses in Metro Atlanta, but this one has a particular African American history to it.
Okay.
So when you go to, I'm gonna put it in the chat again.
What's the history?
The history it was these
people used to work on these fields, and now we play on them.
No, it's yes. I mean, yes. That's pretty much everything in Georgia. This particular player, the course is named after a player who led the desegregation of golf courses in the 50s in Atlanta.
Okay.
So I was like, I gotta play there, and it's a municipal court, so it's like $20. So it's the grass probably ain't even cut, but hey, we're here to have fun, and that's where we're gonna have the first annual invitational
Foolish Fridays live
invitational swingers classic. Stroke off. So that's 9, and then 5
classic foursomes only.
So 5 to 8 at the Black-owned sports bar on Saturday. 5 to 8 at the Black-owned sports bar. That's not the name of it.
Best ball.
It's a scramble. Best ball. And then Sunday morning, unfortunately, I was trying to get a guided tour of the King Center.
Okay.
Martin Luther King, the gravesite, the Ebenezer Church, and the birth home, and all that. But they're short-staffed. Because I don't know why. Maybe
I blame COVID for that. That's
maybe mishandling of money. I don't know. I did some Google searches. And it's a lot going on internally, and so they're short-staffed. Yeah. So Sundays they're closed.
Oh, okay. It's like Chick-fil-A rules.
Yeah, a whole museum is closed on Sunday.
Jesus.
So, no guided tour, but I'm inviting people to the King Center Sunday morning, 10 a.m. at least to visit the Eternal Flame and the gravesite.
Okay.
10 a.m. at the King Center.
Okay.
And then the show, Foolishness Friday Live, 8 p.m. Sunday night.
Oh, in my mind, not that I wasn't going to be there on time, but in my mind, I thought I had 7 in my mind.
It was 7. Let me double check.
I'm not mad at it because that means we can go. Like,
no, well, there's some type of gospel brunch early on. And they had to flip the room and do all this other stuff. So they wouldn't give me 8. I mean, they wouldn't give me 7.
Are they is it still on? Is 8 to 10 or is it 8 till we done or? Because last time, okay, good. Because last time I felt like we could have pushed.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we could have probably gone another. I think y'all had another 30 minutes in the tank.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we were on time constraints.
It's like a good movie. You know, you want to feed them and then send them on their way. You know what I mean?
This is true also.
Yeah. You want to feed them, have a good time, go out on high.
I don't know, that killer lineup, allows for, and on top of that with the hijinks and
surprisery and who knows what could happen.
You know what I mean? You never know what's gonna roll through. That eats up a lot of, So
I'm gonna give you an example to that point. I'm looking for the date right now. To that point, it was a great point you brought up. What time is it? 8 p.m. Yeah, 8 p.m. So it is 8. Yeah. So to that point, you never know who's coming. So I'm gonna let y'all in on somebody that's no longer coming.
Oh, boy.
Then you'll get a sense of who could come.
Okay.
So we do on Karen Hunter's show, Karen had came up with, we were mocking the Tyler Perry show, All the King's Men.
Right.
We nicknamed it Big Dicks and Bad Acting.
Right.
Right. So Eva Marcel is the star of the show. So I was like, that would be funny if we get Eva to come join us for Big Dicks and Bad Acting on ice, live. You know what I'm saying? So we're going back and forth, and then she was for it, and then she became unavailable. So Eva Marcel is no longer. Yeah, but that would have been a cool surprise.
That'd have been a lovely surprise.
Yeah, that would. Yeah. That would have been a cool surprise. So,
yes and yes.
Yeah. So, but there's really no need to sell the show because it's sold out.
Yeah.
So, the venue there is way nicer than the DC venue.
Okay.
Way nicer. So they have an outside patio. So I need y'all to stay close to the Instagram and the Twitter. I'm put it up here again because I'm going to be making announcements because I want to do a pop-up on their patio. The reason why prior or after, here's the only problem. They said when I asked them, because I wanted to do it officially, I was like a post-show, people that are in the area and want to come and hang out with the let out. They were like, well, this is Georgia. And, Georgia, you got to stop selling alcohol at 11 o'clock. And I was like, what? On a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
I was like, that's gross.
Mm-hmm.
So the show ended at 10. It take 30 to 45 to clear the room. It's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But it may be some room to do it at another time, but I will let people know. Because that.
Like a little pre-action.
Because Brian McKnight has 2 shows on Saturday there.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like that's a big grown-up crowd.
Uh-huh. So you mean on the night before?
Yeah, the night before. Mm-hmm. So they may be able to, some room to co-opt the lobby bar with that crowd and our crowd.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
same
good vibe.
Genre.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's that. That's all I got. That's it. That's all I got. Yeah, City Winery. Yeah, they very nice. Like way better than the DC one. Way better. I don't even.
I mean, the fact that they'll have like air conditioning is awesome.
Well, yeah. Well, we hope. Well, no. Matter of fact, it's in the basement, so it'd be naturally cool.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Like I guess the writing was on the wall. With the DC location when they stopped paying the air bill.
Yeah. All right. All right. Time to go. All right. Good to see y'all, man. I appreciate y'all and all that. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show, and if you didn't, I will have always wished that you would have. And there's that.
Yeah, if you didn't, just ask for a refund.
Yeah, send an email. check our cancellation policies first, and then all the newcomers, man, this is where we're at every Friday live. It's different than anything else that you're watching because it's live. Check the replay on social medias and all of that. Follow my brother John right here at, let's see, make sure I get his sociables. John Watson 99, that's Jon, with keep the H to yourself. And if there is no further unreadiness, let me put mine up there too, real quick. Appreciate all that. And stay in touch with FFL The Tour, FFL The Tour on Twitter and Instagram to get the updates and to find out where the pop-ups is going to be at. And that's it, man. We'll see y'all next time. Appreciate y'all. Oh, where the thing at for the thing?
Always do that.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad efficient.